¿Qué tal? Muy buenas noches, yo soy Alan Cedillo y bienvenidos a Horror Nights. Como siempre, me encuentro con el único, el irrepetible Marquitos Harris.
Hola, ¿cómo están amigos? Hoy estamos muy nerviosos, pero felices de esto que vamos a hacer hoy, nuestra primera entrevista, y con el ganador, the winner of Macabro Festival of Best Picture International, Best International Film, is Ryan Kruger here. Hi Ryan,
Hey
how's it
man,
doing all?
how's it going? Good, good. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for this, man.
Great
This is
honor,
our
man.
this first interview, so we're some nervous, you know.
Okay, don't be nervous, dude. Don't be nervous. It's all good.
Okay,
Sorry for our English, man.
yeah, it's Mexican English, so you know
Yeah.
we're some pochos like in USA. So how's going on, Ryan? How do you feel about this weekend? Was your birthday? You win the award of best movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had a lot of great feedback from the festival, and it was a great festival to be a part of. But we also had a lot of people email me and reach out to me saying that they loved the movie, and it was great, and it was weird and different. So yeah, it was great to be a part of the festival, and it's amazing that we're busy picking up awards from different festivals. So we're very happy.
Yeah, we saw that the movie have very impact around the world, and that's awesome. And this film is we talk it about in minutes, but it's awesome, man. But Alan, have a question for you.
Yes, Ryan. For those who don't know you, who's Ryan Kruger?
Ooh. So I'm Ryan Kruger. I am the director of Fried Barry. So I'm originally from Liverpool, originally in the UK, and I moved to South Africa about 11 years ago. But my father's South African, so I've always been back and forth. But I started my career doing short films, and over here in South Africa, I'm known as a big one of the top music video directors in the country. And you know, over the years, I've also tried to slow down with that, and and do feature films. So I'm known for doing music videos over here, and I don't do as much music videos anymore because I've always tried to push towards film, but I also do commercials. But at the same time, I actually started acting first, and then I went into directing. So I do acting and directing, but over here they know me as a director.
Okay, right.
That's good, man.
Really cool,
As
man.
director of a very weird and great movie.
Cool, man.
So
Did you guys enjoy the movie?
yeah,
Yeah. So
we
much.
love it. It's the first movie that we saw at the festival. Obviously at home, everyone, but it's a great movie, man. My next question is: you are a fan of horror movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Why you like horror movies? What's the thing that you like about it?
Well, it's one of those things. I like all genres of movies, but I do love like horror movies and just like offbeat, weird. Whether it's John Carpenter or David Lynch or David Cronenberg. So I like just slightly different movies where it's not just horror. There's those horror elements in it, and that's with Fried Barry. It's not just a horror. It has the horror elements, the sci-fi. There's also a lot of dark comedy humor. And so I grew up, I'm an 80s kid, so I love all the 80s horror films and stuff like that. And it's just one of those, I think the 80s had the best movies and the best horror movies and stuff.
I know we are from the 90s, but we love all the stuff in 80s, 70s, all that horror that is good, all that atmosphere. Like you mentioned, Fried Barry have this sci-fi stuff. You mentioned Cronenberg, and one scene of the movie have some remember of The Fly when the kid of Fried Barry born.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
remember that part of the Fly movie. You know,
Oh,
it's
okay,
very.
cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of references
Mm-hmm.
in Fry Barry from other '80s movies. I mean, there's E.T., there's
Okay.
Starman, John Carpenter, there's Terminator, there's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, there's Close Encounters, there's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So there's a lot of
Great
like
movies.
a bit of '70s, lots of '80s movie references in Fry Barry, which I think the people that like those sort of films, like you guys, when you watch it, you'll probably pick up on those things,
Yes, Alan and I talk about this movie when we finished, and I said to him that remember some X-Files episodes, some kind of Twilight Zone episodes too, or so that have.
Was it you? I saw somebody post that out. Was it you that posted that, the X-Files thing? Because somebody posted a thing on Twitter with the X-Files.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I remember I love X-Files. I saw Fred Barry like in that universe. I say, oh man, this
Okay.
is part of this universe. It's a great movie about all of this. And I know I remember all that 80s that you mentioned. E.T. when Barry is that kind of with the kids and all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man. It's very very cool horror that you made with that movie.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. And the great thing about Fry Barry is that the way we made it. So the way we made this movie, we shot the movie over a year and a half, but we shot only 28 days. And before we started, I wrote a brief scene breakdown in 3 days for 50% of the movie, where it was just like Barry goes here, Barry does this, Barry does that. And then a month later, we started shooting the movie, and the whole movie is improvised. So I wrote 6 or 7 pieces of dialogue for 6 actors. And then with our lead guy, Gary Green, he's not a trained actor, so he was the only one that wasn't doing the improv. But I had to work with him very closely when we made the movie. And as we were shooting the movie, I was writing ideas to do, to expand the movie and, as we went. So the movie developed as we were making it. And for example, like what you said with the baby. So at the beginning, when we shot that scene, we wrapped that actress and she was done. And it was only later on, I was like, we should bring this character back, and we see the baby and it's growing up and it's like another version of Fry Barry, but it's like a kid. And so it just developed as we went along. But what was great about that was everything was very structured and planned. And it's not like we turned up on set and we didn't know what we were doing. We knew what we were doing, but it was great to be in that organic moment with the actors and say, let's try this, let's try that, maybe let's do this. And that's where a lot of the great ideas came from, in the heat of a moment where we thought, oh, this is a great idea, let's do this. And then I'd say action, we make a few notes and then we rehearse and then we do it again and then we shoot. So it was a very cool, different way to make a movie. And it was also one of those type of films where even if I didn't produce it with my producer, James C. Williamson, then it wouldn't have, we couldn't go to a company and say, hey, give us money for a movie. We haven't got a script or anything. They wouldn't have done it. So it was great to do it on our own and to make it how we wanted to make it. And that was the great thing about it, because there was no rules. I'd say, oh, this is crazy. Let's do this. And everything was very well thought out, but it was great to be able to do what we want to do and not have to ask somebody else, is it okay if we do this? And it was just like, we can do what we want. And that's what's beautiful about the making of this movie.
Yeah, man. When I was hallucinating, man. First of all, when I finished the movie, I was like, oh man, what the fuck, in the good way. What the fuck was that, man? It's amazing.
Yeah.
Got a lot of elements coming, and the movie was amazing, man.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it is a crazy, wacky movie. It's one of those movies you either love it or you hate it. The people that love it will really, really love it, and the people that hate it will hate it, but will talk about it, and that's what's cool. So even if they hate it, they'll talk about it, and if other people hear them talking about it, they might listen and go, "Oh, that actually sounds really good. I actually want to watch it." So, which is nice.
Yes, it's you tell it. I read all the reception here in Mexico, and it's very, very great. You have the audience crazy, man. I go to Macabro every year, but this year with that movie, I never seen thing like that. You make it.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great. And I mean, as a filmmaker, to hear that stuff, it's great. And since we started the tour with the festivals, it's so good that that in like Brazil and in Mexico now, I have all these people that that are following Fry Barry and following my work. So, and a lot of people email me to say, we can't wait for your next movie, and what are you doing? So it's great because my fan base of my work, the people that follow my work, is just in South Africa. So it's nice that now doing the feature film, it is out there in Brazil and Mexico and Canada, and all these people are messaging me saying, "Oh, we love the movie. We want to. Is there going to be a number 2? Are we going to? What are you going to make next?" And it's great to have that bigger audience for my work. So I'm very, very grateful for that, and it's cool to hear, people liking the movie and interested to see, what scenes they liked and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
we love it, and we want a copy of the movie, because it's a movie that we want to show many times. It's that movie that if in a festival or on a link or a streaming like Netflix or something like that, it's a great movie and deserve some projection. Man, it's Alan and I. We like horror movies very, very much. We don't like horror movies in the actually, but this sci-fi horror stuff that you made, it's one of the great of this decade. I mean, we just started, but it's a great movie. For us, it's top.
Thanks.
And we want, one of the question is, what's the next for you? But
well, the next movie I'm going to make is going to be it's going to be next year, middle of next year. I start making the film, and it's different than Fry Barry, but still very dark, very edgy, and very gritty. It's the only thing I can't say too much, but it's about time travel. But it's it's a time travel movie, but it's hardcore. It's like Fry Barry in the sense where it's wacky and it's crazy, but it's a very different tone. So it's more cinematic, a little bit more mature, but still a crazy concept and great characters.
We love that stuff in movies.
Yeah,
we hope see.
That's good. But what was your guys' favorite scenes in the movie?
Our favorite scene.
Marcos, you want to start?
What?
It's what, sir?
No, I mean, Marcos, you want to start with your favorite scene?
I tell the baby scene is one of my favorites. All these travel with Barry, when he is high, all that stuff, all that drugs inside of him. It's very crazy, man. That remain me transporting, that stuff, that craziness of drugs. I love. My favorite scene I will talk is the the baby scene is hallucinating, man. I love it. That's it.
Okay, cool, man. And yourself? Which is one?
I mean, a lot of scenes in the movie are very, very cool, but the baby scene is one of them. And when he was taking a lot of drugs, started like, that was amazing.
It was that jaw, man. It was like that.
Yeah.
Everyone great, a good job.
That was amazing. It was one of my favorite scenes, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, I think I've got a few like really good scenes that I like. I love the inside the alien ship at the beginning, the abduction, and I think the hospital, probably the hospital scene, and the chainsaw scene. You know, where he's been captured. I think those three. It was a lot of fun to shoot, but I think the alien abduction scene is also very me, like in my style. So I got to do lots of, you know, cool stuff, the way I filmed it and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, from now to the end of the year, we've got lots of festivals going on, and we also have, so next year it will be released in different countries. And I think towards the end of next year, there will be Blu-ray and DVD and stuff like that. But what would be nice, what we want to try and do, because of this year was, you know, with the whole Corona-19 and the pandemic and stuff like that, what we would like to do is that maybe next year at some of these festivals, we want to reach out, or maybe you guys can speak to Macabro for us, that we would like to screen like the film again, but not in competition, but just a screening. So, you know, people can watch it on the big screen. And if we do that, then I'd love to come down to, you know, to Macabro and you know, and screen the movie. So that will be fun. So maybe you must speak to them.
So we made some noise with Macabro some days, and with Barry occurred that many of their fans of the festival tweeting and writing for Macabro for another chance to see many movies, but Fried Barry about the winning, about the award. There are more, I don't know, craziness with that. They need to project the movie again. You tell that Macabro need. I think Macabro need another chance to project this movie. And you visit Mexico to see the people that love the movie, to have this interaction with the fans, the new fans that you have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would love it. So if the festival next year, well, since we won, you know, we won there. So I mean, it would be great to host the film again next year, not in competition, just for the people that loved it and the fans that really liked it, and that would be awesome to do that.
Yeah,
and then maybe we'll have the Blu-rays and stuff then, which will be cool.
We will try. We promise that we will try that Macabro project again. Fried Barry. We will make many noise, many stuff.
Okay, great. You guys do that, and then I'll be there next year.
We hope you see you here and drink some tequila, cerveza. You know, Barry
cool,
stuff. Fried Barry live. You know, not drugs.
Every house should have a fried Barry.
Yes.
So fried Barry.
Hi there, guys.
Hey.
Nice to see you this evening.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
At your festival.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very rare to get Barry. He doesn't do interviews or anything.
Yeah, you
gotta wave. That's good. It's a good thing.
One of the questions is the cast is fantastic, man. The cast is fantastic, but Gary Green do a great job. He's a Fried Barry. You know,
he is Fried Barry. He is Fried Barry.
If there was a sequel, Fried Barry is him. Yeah. I want a Funko Pop of Fried Barry right now.
What, sorry?
A Funko Pop, you know, this like this.
Oh yeah. We actually have plans. We're busy working on it for to have figures of Fried Barry.
So we're awesome.
I want one.
Yeah. So we're busy working on that at the moment, and that will be awesome to get like a Fried Barry figure. You know.
Yeah. We have here in the set one. We will buy one.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it'll be great if we have those figures. It'll be awesome. It'll be so cool to have and it's crazy because we've had fan art from like all around the world do all this crazy fan art, and we are going to do a competition we were going to do a competition a while back, but we're going to do a new competition for the fan art, for people, people making fan art for Fry Barry. So that's going to be cool. So if anybody watches this, if you want to draw a sketch of Fry Barry, send it to us, and then when the competition does come, then we'll put all the fan art all together and contact everybody and do a competition. So that should be cool. We have one guy in England. He's getting a Fry Barry tattoo. He gets a Fry Barry tattoo. So, which is really cool.
You can see the magnitude of your movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, for somebody to get a tattoo, of Fry Barry it's amazing. It's crazy. I might even get one.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one too when the pandemic ends. I'm gonna get one soon, man.
Well, yeah. If you should check out some of the fan art. Some of the fan art is great. And if you get a Fry Barry tattoo, you must take a picture and you must send it to us, and we'll put it up on all the platforms.
Yeah, this man will do a tattoo and will draw a Fry Barry project. Alan?
Yes. I'm gonna ask you something, Ryan. The Gary Green and Ryan Kruger duo will continue in the future?
Yes, no, definitely. I've worked with Gary for 11 years. I've worked with Gary for 11 years, and he started doing extra work in my stuff, and then as time went on, his parts got a little bit bigger. But did you guys see the short film, Fry Barry?
No,
I didn't have the chance, man.
So you must check that out. It's if you just type in on YouTube Fry Barry,
okay,
you'll see the 3-minute experimental short film. So you guys must check that out. And it's just 3 minutes. It's just it's nothing to do with aliens. It's just a drug addict, highs and lows in an abandoned building, freaking out. So it's cool. You must check it out and let me know what you think of it.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Yeah. Did you guys see the marketing that we've been doing, the Fry Barry condoms commercial?
Yeah, in Instagram and Twitter, I saw that. It's hilarious, man. It's freaking.
It's funny. Andrew, just pass me the packet there. So yeah, we've done a lot of we're doing a lot of like marketing for stuff. So we have like the Fry Barry condoms.
That was awesome, man.
Studded.
I want to package myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only Gary that uses these when he gets laid. He just takes these out.
Okay. Yeah. We want that you come to Mexico with Gary Green, with Macabro, with all festival here, that we have many festivals of horror movies. I think one of the festivals you can get in and start and send this thing, man. The condoms are hilarious, all the stuff. Man, you did great marketing stuff.
You guys speak to Macabro, I'll be there. So you speak to them, and I'll come with Gary, and we'll host the screening at a cinema there. So if Macabro can organize it for next year, we'll 100% do it.
Yeah, we awesome. We will do that. Okay, we'll start right now. Finish the interview, tweeting to Macabro and said we need Ryan Kruger, Gary Green, and again Fry Barry in projection. It's fantastic, man.
That'll be great.
And you will see the audience.
If we could, we'll bring some merch and some stuff to give away, like in competition and stuff.
Yeah, and you will see the audience, the Mexican audience.
And we'll bring the condoms. Don't worry, we'll bring the condoms.
Yeah, and you will see all the love that Mexican fans have for the movie, for you, for Gary Green. I mean, there are many people, expecting a new, I don't know, a sequel, but yes, a project like Alan said with you and Gary. It will be awesome. We will see, Alan and I, we want to see more of you two guys. Do a great job. You directing.
Definitely. Yeah. There might be we don't know, but there might be a Fry Barry too, maybe. We don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
the final scene was an open window, man. You know?
Yeah, it's open, and that's the thing. You know, is it alien Barry? Is it normal Barry? We don't know. But I left it in that way because it's open, where it's like it's going to start again. You know, the whole thing's just going to start over again. But I've got a lot of good ideas for a second one. So yeah, we just have to basically let's see how it goes. And if I did make it, it will only be in a few years time. So because next year I shoot the new film, the time travel movie.
We can wait for Bright Barry, the time that will go.
We can wait for the time travel movie too.
Cool, man. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Awesome.
I remember this kid, the Fright Barry kid, you know, in the car scene, his dad going to the aliens. Then the finish that we don't know who Barry is who's the Barry that is in the Earth again, the alien, the normal, or the kid? I don't know.
Yeah. It's cool. So it's left open. So, and we nearly didn't when we shot that scene. I was saying to my producer, I was like, if we get time, we got to do that quick shot of baby Barry in the car, you know, watching him go up. And I was like, we got to get that in, because you don't see him in the car, in the other girl's car. So I was just like, it's a great place to put baby Barry back into it at the end, so we can see him looking out the window and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a funny character.
It was so random to see the kid in the window.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, you know.
Yeah, that was good.
And where the idea came from, Fright Barry?
Well, originally it was in 2017. It was the short film. So the short film was purely just a standalone short film. There wasn't any plan to make a feature film of Fry Barry at all. It was just a 3-minute experimental called Fry Barry, about a guy off his head on drugs. There was no aliens, nothing. It was just a guy tripping balls off his head with drugs, and that was it. And it was only later on, when I wanted to make a film, I was thinking about, you know, what film to make. But where I was at the time, so about 4 years ago, I went through a very hard time, very rough time. So I had something wrong with my kidney, and I had an operation, and then I got sepsis and nearly died. And then I went through a breakup. Then my cat had cancer, and I went into depression, and I went down this black hole. And I said to myself, what is the number one thing that I've always wanted to do? And it was to make a movie. And when I sat there and I was like, cool, right, I'm going to make a movie, and I'm going to do it like now. Like, I'm going to do it like super soon. I'm not waiting for all these people or anything. I'm just going to make it. So then obviously I thought about what to do. And with the success from the short film, I thought, how could I adapt that? And how could I make it into a feature with Gary and make it work with Gary? So, and that's why with the film, it had to be the right story. It had to be the right character, and I had to make it the way I made it. Otherwise it wouldn't have worked. So yeah, it was one of those things where I had to, you know, right story, right character for it to work. And I rang my producer at the time, and I said to my producer, I said, listen, I want to make a feature film, and I want to make it next month. And he says, have you got a script? And I was like, no. He goes, why haven't you got a script? And I was like, well, I need to make it a certain way. Our lead guy's not a trained actor, and I need to do it this way. And he was like, well, why do you want to shoot next month? And I was like, because if we don't shoot next month, it's never going to happen. So I'm shooting it next month. And he was like, okay. And I was like, either in or you're out. And he's like, cool, I'm in. I was like, great. A month later, we started making the film. A year and a half later, we finished. We had half a year of post. And then at the beginning of this year in March, we were at San Jose at CineQuest in America, having the world premiere. And now, you know, down the line again, and now we're hitting all these different festivals and winning awards. And we got into Fantasia, which is amazing, and they were really cool. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far. And the cool thing is that it's not even over. You know, we've still got from now to the end of the year, and then next year it comes out. So we've got like another year and a half of people, you know, really talking about Fry Barry. And I think the way it's going now, and the way people are speaking about it, saying it's a cult classic, it's a cult film that everybody's going to remember and talk about it. It's impossible for you to watch this film and not talk about it and not to forget it. So I think that's the great thing about Fry Barry, is that it's a film that you will remember. So I mean, if in 5 or 10 years, you know, there's people, you know, in 10 years time, if people are still speaking about Fry Barry, then that's amazing. And it'll be great.
Yeah, it's a classic for us. We'll tell it. It's a classic.
It's already a classic.
Of
Cool,
the new era. Of this new era of about sci-fi and horror movies. These new, like you and Robert Eggers are for me, the next step in horror and sci-fi stuff. And you talk about
Amazing.
the next movie, and we have this thing to see it. We have the curiosity to see it. So we are curious to see it. So
that's great. It's great to hear.
So
it was a good birthday present. You know, the award in Festival Macabro.
It was what, sorry?
It was a good birthday present. You know, the award in Macabro.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I hopefully, I don't know if they have trophies, because I know they used to do trophies, but it'll be cool if they send us a trophy.
Yeah,
So
they
cool,
will send you. Yeah. They will send you, because every year they have a sculpture of the wolf that is the mascot of the festival. A wolf, a red wolf. I mean that will be occur the next year. I think that will be occur, man. You will be here and receive this trophy next year. I think so.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That'll be great. So yeah, so hopefully next year we'll be down in Mexico at a screening, and then you guys can buy me tequila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're gonna get right.
with Gary or Fred Barry, I don't know. We start a crazy night.
Yeah,
when you came.
Gary, he only takes shots in the eye. Take shots in the eye.
Yeah,
We're gonna do a competition of shots in the eye.
Yeah.
It will be great, man.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to finish with one question. What's your favorite horror movie all time?
Ooh, favorite horror film of all time. Shit, it's a hard one. I can give you a few. I can give you a few that I like.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so I love The Thing. I love Christine.
Yeah.
I really love that movie, Christine. That's one of my favorites. Aliens, which is that sci-fi, but you know, it's also like a horror almost, you know. And I love The Fly. And then obviously like classic movies like Lost Boys, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We think that horror and sci-fi movies are compensated, are like the same way, you know. We talk about aliens in the podcast. Alien, the movie, for us are horror movies with sci-fi, or sci-fi with horror movies. The same with Jaws, this film about this horror with some sci-fi stuff. So we know that horror movies or horror films are very have many genres. You talk about this sci-fi, and Fry Barry is here because that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Fry Barry. You know, it has those horror elements. It has those sci-fi elements. It has those offbeat, quirky, weird comedy and dark humor. I mean, there's even a love story in Fry Barry with him and his wife. You know, so it has a bit of everything, which is great.
And drama, you know, when have all.
Got the expectation. What's going on with the wife of Barry?
Yeah.
His kid.
Yeah. That's good. Well, thank you so much, guys, for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm happy that people in Mexico loved it. So yeah, it's really cool to get all the good feedback from you guys and everything, and it's awesome. It's a filmmaker's dream to make a movie that people love and talk about. So it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this first interview in the channel, in the podcast. We tried our best English, but
you guys were good. You guys were good.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
And we hope to see you next year here in Mexico to have a more interview, more with not technology. We don't like technology so much, so this human part. It will be great to see you next year with Gary.
Flash.
Yes, the flesh, yes. Here in Mexico, take some tequilas, watch Fried Barry again. So thank you very much, man.
In the big screen.
We love you. We expect the next film. We expect a sequel in the future, and good luck, man. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Well, guys, you must enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever time it is there.
Day. Let's start the day here.
Yeah. Well, it's 7:30 at night here, so I'm gonna go for a drink now.
Okay.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
We'll start
in an
hour. Okay. Thank you.
Cool, guys. Keep well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Horror Nights. Cthulhu vertagen. Cthulhu vertagen.